This shredded fish and cabbage fried rice is so good and delicious. Your kids and family will thank you for this, and your husband will sure love you more if you make one for him. So keep watching, let me show you how to make it. To begin, heat up vegetable oil, not too much, and margarine. You can use only the vegetable oil if you don't have margarine, okay? Once it heats up, go in with some grated garlic and ginger, not too much. Saute this for a few seconds before you add your onions, okay? Once you add the onions, add your curry powder, thyme, and little bit of seasoning cube. Fry this together just until the onions is translucent. Once the onions becomes pale brown like so, introduce your thoroughly washed rice, okay? And fry this rice for at least 10 to 15 minutes or just until all the waters has dry, okay? And what I did with rice was to soak it in hot water for 7 minutes, then washed it multiple times with salt and water just until the water runs clean. So once you achieve that, go in with some fish stock. This is the stock I used in cooking the fish off camera, okay? So before this, make sure you have cooked your fish, season it properly, and then continue cooking. So once you add it, stir well to combine. If you think that the water is not enough, you can adjust with water, but because this rice doesn't need a lot of water, that is why I didn't. So allow the rice to cook. Once the rice is done, take it off the heat and set it aside. Then bring out your wok, melt another butter, or you can use vegetable oil. Then saute another ginger and garlic, and then add some chopped onions and fresh pepper. Allow it to fry a little bit before you introduce your vegetables. This is some green peas and some green bell pepper, seasoned with seasoning cube and salt. You can add another seasoning like the curry powder, but I won't be doing that because I intend using some oyster sauce. Allow this to fry for at least 4 minutes, then come back and add your shredded fish. Make sure you debone the fish. At the same point, add sweet corn and some carrots. Saute everything to combine and allow this to go for another 3 minutes. You want to retain that crunchiness on the carrots, so don't overcook it. So at this point, I'm going to introduce the oyster sauce. This oyster sauce contains most of the ingredients which I skipped, okay? So once you add it, allow this to go for 3 minutes or less, and I will take it off the heat. At some point, I noticed that this frying pan will not contain the rice, so I transferred it to a bigger pot. Okay, now let's mix everything together. Introduce the rice you cooked earlier into the veggies and fry everything on high heat for at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, I will then introduce the cabbage. Okay, before you start cooking, make sure to prep everything so you don't start running from one spot to another. So introduce the cabbage and add some butter. The butter will give it that shiny look and also helps it to not remain dry. Okay, so fry this for another 1 minute. You don't want the cabbage to be too soft. So 1 minute later, take it off the heat and you can finish up with spring onions. Yes, it will revive the freshness and the look, the color, and everything. Otherwise, you can take it off the heat at the point which you reached 1 minute previously. And this is it. I hope this was helpful. If you get to try it out, enjoy it when you do. And don't forget to send me pictures on WhatsApp. If you try any of my recipe, I will sure repost you and tag you as well. Thank you for watching once again. See you tomorrow. Bye.